What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to what I believe will be either the last or the second last episode of this campaign. And I feel like once we take out the US and Canada and maybe Mexico, which I guess we could do in 20 minutes, I think the campaign will end. I would obviously like to do a world conquest, but I'm looking around the map. We've really taken over, we've taken out all of the really big allies, or the allied forces, but my biggest issue right now is, yes, I could go ahead and take out all these smaller countries, but, I mean, each one will take about a year to fabricate a claim, and I can only do about 3 per year. So, I mean, we're realistically talking, I mean, I get that our war will be done in about a year with the Allies, but we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4 years just to take over all of South America, and then another 1, 2... Yeah, so about 6 years in total, and then I guess all these Caribbean nations too. Let's say 7, and I'm guessing like New Zealand. We're probably in a war with New Zealand and Australia right now. So I would say 7 years in total on top of where we are. So I don't necessarily know if we're going to conquer everything, but it's definitely been a lot of fun. The Washington D.C. has now fallen. You would think I would get a newspaper tooltip or something. Maybe I did and I exited it by accident. Alright, looking at Louisiana, let's go ahead and throw in some additional fighters, which I can't seem to find because we don't have any icons that circle through fighters. I feel like that's one of the only things that I'm upset about. And I have all of these naval bombers that are just absolutely useless. I wish there was a tooltip where we... Wow, do I not have any MiGs? There they are, 21,000. Let's go ahead and put 1,000 of those inside the Midwest, or at least try to. Air superiority, and if we have this area, which I guess we do, we could easily put on another 800. And all of you will go into the Midwest. Air superiority again. And I feel like the war with the US is definitely dwindling down. I see that I have still not done this naval invasion, which makes me incredibly nervous. So let's click this. We're going to try it once again and activate. It says it's going to take 31 days. I don't know how accurate that is. Can you guys crush them? Yes, you can. Let's take this the unit of 10. We're going to try to take these islands, which I could be mistaken, I believe are the Faroe Islands. Scottish Highlands. I don't know if that's... What is this? Faroe Islands. I want to say this is the Falklands, but I obviously know that this is the Falklands way down here. So, I don't know. We'll worry about it later. Most of the U.S. is capitulating. We're moving on into Detroit. We're moving on into Chicago. Is this Detroit? It should be. Yes, Detroit. And obviously taking over Houston, moving on into Dallas, Fort Worth, and then San Antonio is around here somewhere. Unless we've already taken it. Yes, we have. Okay, I wonder if I should also go ahead and put on some planes. How big is this one? New Jersey, 0-0. Let's throw in some planes into New England. And we'll throw in about 1,200 if we can. Or at 1,000. The most we can do. And once again, my biggest priority is to just build up a better economy. I don't really need any of the military factories that we keep getting. So I'm going to try to improve it as much as possible. And I'm going to unpause the game for the sake of simplicity. All of these major metropolitan hubs are obviously going to be getting the most amount of civilian factories. In fact, Switzerland has so many military factories. I would like to go ahead and change them. But you know what? Only time will tell. Floating Fortress has obviously been unlocked. Let's get our very last... The United States has capitulated. Let's go ahead and get carrier battle groups. And let's also go ahead and start working on better light cruisers. So now the U.S. is out of the game. All that's really left, I believe, are the U.S. and Canada, and I think Canada is the only one that matters. So let's go ahead and do a front line on Canada. And let's do an offensive line all the way across Canada if we can. Everybody's capitulated so far. So all of you will move up. These 24 are eventually going to take over Iran and then Afghanistan. All 72 of these guys could probably group together. I don't want to ruin it. I could easily remove all these, but I don't think it's worth my time. Let's put on some military police wherever else we can. Inside Japan would be pretty useful. And I'm happy that this world conquest has looked so great. And you know what else I could do? I wish I could annex Tanutuva, which I can. But I probably don't have enough time to do that. Let's get the Far East fortifications. None of those matter at all. I mean, we're about to get a bunch of forts and lands that we already own. So if I could annex Tanutuva, the map would look cooler. Our name would be bigger. Alright, I'm looking back at US and Canada. We are slowly but surely pushing our way into Montreal, eventually going to take Calgary. Way the heck up here. I believe this is... Nope, that's Edmonton. Where is Calgary? Is this Calgary? Winnipeg. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, well I guess it's not here. I would say Calgary's like in this area. For one of the... that's a pretty big state, though. Not state, but city. Alright, well we are definitely pushing on through. We already own the capital. Once Vancouver falls, which will be now, they might capitulate. There it is. Loading screen. Nope. Not yet. I feel like once Winnipeg falls... Nope, still not it. Where's their new capital? I literally have no idea where their capital is. Canada has capitulated, and I believe all that's left is the Mexico and Australia. So let's go ahead and take Veracruz. Looks like we're doing well. So who's left? The Philippines. I hope we don't have to take over Australia. I see their gold. I guess that means they're the war leader. I don't know why these are gold and some aren't. Does that mean they're major countries, or... Once Mexico is about to fall, probably as soon as I take over this area. We now have roughly 946 civilian factories, so we're improving our, output for goods and services. And I hate to say it, but I think we're going to have to take over Australia. I didn't want to have to do that. But we have no other choice. So let's take all 83 of these troops. We are eventually going to just throw you on into Singapore. And I would like to go ahead and really select about 12 units. And all of you are going to go from here to, I'm guessing, the Dutch East Indies, which will be here. I don't want to go there. We're going to go like that. So then we definitely will have somewhere to land. I'm also going to take another 12. I see these are still called heavies, but in fact they are modern tanks, even though we've switched them on out. Wow. I wish I could do something where I could like shift-click like up and then get all 12, but I can't. Let's go ahead and do another naval invasion. I have no idea where. And I believe our invasion of Iran will come soon enough. Let's take over the Philippines. And go ahead and activate both of you. It's going to take quite a few days, though. And it looks like we have the Flying Fortress. We're still lacking chromium, but we could probably build up a bunch of heavy cruisers somewhere. So maybe inside, Malacca. Looks like the US still has some troops here. Now that they've capitulated, everybody is pretty much done for. I am just building up some heavy cruisers. So Mexico is done for. Or at least I think so. Yep, Mexico is done for. We have finished up Canada. We're now going for Australia and New Zealand. And then I believe this is going to be the end of our world conquest. When can we declare war on Iran? Not until... Did we lose the war goal? That's odd. I guess I missed it. That's really sad. Oh, there it is. Well, no, that's Afghanistan, isn't it? Yes, it is. Well, I'm disappointed. I'm gonna have to look at the episodes. I guess I missed it. Yeah, take Herat from Afghanistan. So let's remove them. And go ahead, declare our war. Operation Zet has been unlocked, so now we're going to get annexed Tanutuva. And we can make our way over. I'm very sad that we didn't take Iran, because I thought that would definitely be possible. Now, I get that some of the biggest mountain ranges in the world are along the border of India, but it would be cool if we could build up a lot of, infrastructure. Eventually we'll take Nepal. Eventually we'll take Iran. Cuba, about to be declared upon. I see we have a lot of resistance, primarily in the US. And I guess because there's really no other naval units that could take me out, we could finally send over some convoys. We have 2 million manpower. I don't think we ever went into extensive conscription. I don't know if I really want to worry about clicking every single province now that the game is over. But all we need to do is declare war on, or at least begin our naval invasion of Australia. Can't forget about Texas, though. And Ohio and Michigan. Minnesota. I guess we'll click every single province because I have nothing better to do. Ace pilot promoted. We never actually took Alaska. I don't know if we ever needed to. I've got 3 military factories. None of those matter. When can we declare... Oh, you know what? We never did. So we're making our way over, but we never actually started with the invasion. What the heck is going on? Here we are. My mouse gets stuck all the time, and it's annoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin a naval invasion. All 51 of these people, they're now going to go to Australia. We're going to do a naval invasion like this. And I'm going to put all 57 on here. So once they're there, in 199 days, we are definitely going to end Australia once and for all. Look at all of these naval convoy battles. You would think the United Kingdom would have capitulated by now. Can all 9 of these troops... I don't know what the heck their problem is. They don't want to move. They're probably glitched. Did these guys ever move? No. Do they want to move? Insufficient naval superiority. I know that wasn't the issue with the other one, though. So where are all of my naval units? Do we have any extra? We should have a bunch in Ostlandet, which we do. We have 76. I am going to go ahead and take all of my light cruisers. Search and destroy. From here. Vestlandet. Search and destroy. Search and destroy. And I guess the Norwegian Sea. I am now going to go ahead and take all of our heavy cruisers. Go ahead and select. We are now going to search and destroy. I can't actually... Oh, yes I can. I don't think I can. I need to build a better, naval base in that area. So what I would like to do is go down to Malacca. Singapore, I guess. And we're going to go like this. And secure our access in those regions. I see that we have about 58 units not doing anything at all. So what I'm going to do is switch these guys over to our Coastal Defense Regiment. Put them up here. Whoops. Alright, and these guys are modern tanks just sitting there. These guys are going to do some naval invasions in time. Looks like our purple group went for it. So now you are going to take the Faroes Islands. Where are these 12? These 12 are making their way over. The pink group is making their way over. If I had more modern tanks, I could probably do an invasion. Well, when's our invasion of Cuba? I hate how my mouse keeps sticking. Our invasion of Cuba was probably quite some time away. It says the 30th of June. Yeah, it's going to be sometime. Unread naval battles, primarily all victories, though. Let's take out this pocket of resistance, because it's annoying to look at. Let's take out this pocket of resistance. I guess we'll get better patrols. We don't need them by any means. And, of course, getting modern blitzkrieg would be nice. Still working on improving the economy in almost every asset, or every, area. Annexation of Tannu-Tuva. And we can't really declare war on Japan. Why did we not actually activate our troops inside Afghanistan? Now that we've annexed Tannu-Tuva, they no longer exist. I think it was right here, actually. Afghanistan will be ours in just a few moments, which will be nice to see. Alright, so far so good. Gonna take all 24 of these troops, put them against Iran, and now your new goal is to just wipe out Iran. I see the British Raj has taken some provinces. Maybe I could fix that. And eventually, we'll probably go ahead and declare war on Nepal. See, 375 days, that's such a long time. Does it keep getting higher and higher? Yeah, 560. So it's not worth my time to go through all of these, though my name would be a lot bigger and it would look a lot cooler. But I already own all of the US, I own all of Japan. I thought I owned all of Japan, I obviously don't. You're going to finally take back these areas. If I have any units in the north, which I should. None of these guys actually have any ports. So I'm going to reconquer all of those. I have a research opportunity. I guess I'm going to start working on more synthetic refineries. I don't need it at all. I wish I could keep improving the economy, but there isn't really anything I could do. How long until my red group is going to be ready to go? Yeah, about another 60 days. So let's go ahead and take 12 of these units. Let's go ahead and do a naval invasion from here. So as far as I know, we're going on down to this area. I could have swore we were moving into there somewhere. We're going into the Philippines. So let's go to British Malaysia. And activate you when you're ready. Where is this guy? Let's activate you when you're ready. It says we are lacking naval superiority, which I hope is inaccurate. Can I throw you in to China? Henan. We're going to go to all three of these areas, and hopefully we can start doing some actual naval invasions sometime soon. But the war is pretty much over. The Soviets have prevailed. Still building up a better and better civilian factory economy, and in fact, we're almost at 50-50, whereas before we were like 70-30, or maybe 60-40. So, now that we are 43 units, it says that, yeah, I kind of want to go ahead and take another half and remove you altogether, and finally it looks like we're prepped and ready to go. So all 22 of these units are going to split in half again. And these 11 are going to do a naval invasion from here all the way to there. So let's go ahead and activate. I think it's this man. And then these 12, no, these 11 are the only ones we don't have a mission for. So all of you will go from there, hopefully to this area. Is it a good idea? I have no idea. So let's go ahead and activate whatever we can. They are going to take some time to prepare. Most of our units, most of our red group is sailing on down as we speak. 21 modern tanks. And I would like to go ahead and declare war on Iran and declare war on Cuba. Iran is not till December. I believe Cuba is in June. But I'm happy to see most of the Mexican opposition is pushing back somehow. Do I have any extra tanks? All of you need to be utilized, though. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these guys and push them on over into the Mexican opposition. And eventually, we're going to reconquer Mexico. And then, I guess, into the UK. So that's what we missed. We never took Belize. Alright, I've got 3 military factories, got a bunch of chromium, I've got everything you can imagine, except I don't have Ireland, and we can't take it for some reason, which is very sad. Let's move Liverpool on over. We're going to try to do something like this. In fact, we could try to take Dublin too. Let's activate. It says it's going to be 31 days. Mass destruction has been unlocked. Have we landed in Australia? Yes, we have. You are now going to go for the port itself. There we go. All 21 of you will now sail across, or I guess drive across Australia. And all we need to really do is just take the capital, and we're going to be good to go. So let's activate. We have a port. We're going to be fine. They don't really have many troops in the area. Has everywhere else landed? Not that I can see. As far as I know, all of these have been insufficient naval superiority. Was not expecting that. So let's do... I don't know where these guys were supposed to even go. Never repair. So what if I did something like maximum mission region count for all selected users? That doesn't make sense. What if I hold 1, 2, 3, 4. So most of my units are making their way down, supposedly. And I see some tanks are making their way in. And they've landed. We're going to try to conquer the entire island. And let's activate. Quite a small task, I might say. Looking around Australia, we are on aggressively execute. But I am going to need to improve the infrastructure. And just to be safe, build up the naval base as much as possible. Okay, we have landed inside, I believe, Borneo. I believe it's the island of... Oh, excuse me, maybe it's Brunei. Okay, all 12 of these units have landed. So your new goal is to do an offensive line... Uh-oh. Is to do an offensive line like that. Take over everything you can. And we're going to be fine. I would really like to get myself a port. So let's try to take this. And in fact, we might even want to put on more tanks just to be safe. But Australia is coming on down. I'm looking around the map here. I've got 3 civilian factories. I don't even know what to build anymore. I guess I could build more civilian factories, but I'd rather just do some conversions. Did we ever make it down to this area? No, we did not. And did we ever do our invasion of Jamaica? No, we did not. So let's activate. Insufficient naval superiority. So, I now need more and more vessels. Let's take all of these heavy cruisers. And I'm going to throw you into the fray. We're going to put you in Miami, search and destroy in all 3 of these areas. I'm guessing they were sunk. Why? Where are my units? Are these it? Are these my tanks? No. I don't know where my tanks are. They're probably still sailing down. They're certainly taking their sweet time. Here they are. No, those are my... I don't know where they are. Maybe they've been destroyed. Nuclear reactor has been unlocked. I am pretty much ready just to end this series, because it's been taking its sweet time. And I guess all of my tanks are about to get destroyed because we never had supplies. Yep, they've all been destroyed. Okay. What about these guys? Can we somehow create a front line and then push to this area? If I could get rid of all these annoying naval, situations here, naval battles, I would be very happy. I've literally got about 100 all over the map. I see cavalry units moving around. Here's the tanks I've been... Oh, these aren't even the correct tanks. But let's throw you in to this area. Where's my purple group? This is my purple group. Why are you there? Are we out of convoys? I don't know. For some reason, they're on this island. Are we taking over Australia? Yes, we are, but it's going very poorly. Very, very slowly. Justification for Cuba has finally finished up. Which I don't even think we have, you know, people prepared for. Jamaica is now mine. If I could somehow take the port, I would then, of course, get a bunch of supply. Okay, let's go ahead and split you in half just to be safe. And you 6 are going to go ahead and join this purple group just because we can. And these 6 are going to go ahead and do a naval invasion. And we're probably going to try to go ahead and conquer this area. Go ahead and activate when you're ready. Yeah, this entire invasion just seems frivolous at this point. And that's because, wow, all these guys died. And for some reason, we have not taken this port. And all we need to do is take the port, and then we have infinite supplies. But it looks like we might not make it. So everybody needs to push into this mountainous province, and we've all stopped moving, I guess. I don't know. We're working on it, but it's just incredibly slow. So I see we have some orange units. I'm going to try to group you together with the reds, so then we can definitely start springing this together. And making everybody come on down, eventually. We are now all moving into the same province, and if we could take this level 1 port, we could get some supplies. It would make my life a heck of a lot easier, and it looks like we finally made it. Can we build up a better naval port? Yes, we can. We're going to bring it up to a level 3 area. And all of these orange units are going to go ahead and create an offensive line all the way across. This is turning out to be a very long episode, as I thought this would end very, very soon. All we need to do is take Canberra, and then I'm fairly confident that this war is over. I don't think we need to take out the Philippines, even though we should have landed. Should have landed. Don't think we ever did. Well, we landed here. Can we take the port? Yes, we can. I guess we already took the port. And there's our supply. Let's do our, I don't know what we're gonna do. Just conquer the island, I guess. Alright, definitely taking most of the Dutch East Indies, pushing on through. Research slots available across the board. We don't really need any of these at all. Nuclear bombs we could start working on. Better synthetic oil plants. I don't even know. Let's get paratroopers. Those might be pretty fun to use. And how close are we to Canberra? That's my question. We are aggressively making our way towards the capital. And I guess we could, you know, go faster. Can you go here and then there? You can go there. Never mind. Everyone's taking their sweet time, and I'm fine with that. All of these units could probably get destroyed right now. Because they don't have a port, they're going to lose supplies. And everybody's just basically in one massive retreat. So, as far as I know, our invasion of Cuba has already begun. If not, it's going to happen any day now. And for some reason, much like before, we don't want to attack Cuba. So I don't know. We finally got some modern tanks in the area. Can I finally do something like this? Reconquer Mexico City. Let's give you a field marshal. And because we're in the mountains, I don't know if this is going to work as well as we think it should. Can't really produce any more units. Let's bring these guys over. So now all 25 will go ahead and meet on over. Reconquer Mexico. And I believe this is going to be the end that we have been waiting for. Melbourne has fallen. Australia has capitulated. Is this the end of our campaign? Why? Why is it not the end of our campaign? Do we have to take out New Zealand? Mexican opposition already surrendered. The Dutch... So who's left? I have no idea. We can call in our allies to make it easier. I'm surprised we never did that. The British Raj is gone. Dutch East Indies are going to be gone. I guess we have to do an invasion of New Zealand, which I don't want to do, but I guess we're going to have to. Let's take all of these units. I'm going to put you in a group of your own. You are going to go from Australia to New Zealand. We're going to go into here. Activate when we are ready. Oh my goodness, that is way too long. Let's take another 6 units and do another invasion from Australia to the southern part of that area. Activate and activate. We are now lacking troops and naval superiority in the region. Let's take all of these guys. I guess we could take these carriers. I just don't care anymore. I am ready to end this series. Okay, we now need to shift right-click on New South Wales, search and destroy inside New Zealand. I guess all 3 of these areas, and now we have superiority there. Everybody's pushing around, everybody's having a good time. Alright, Joseph Stalin angered by Iranian posturing. I am ready to take Iran. We are definitely pushing back Mexico. They have allied troops pretty much anywhere and everywhere, but they can't really produce any. And sadly, I thought this was going to be the last episode, but I guess I'm going to end. So thank you all for joining me. Hope you all have an awesome day. I will see you in our next adventure.